Hello, beautiful ones. This is Eliza here, coming to you from ocean shores in northern New South Wales. I have been dying to show you this video, my goodness. What you see here is a python consuming a bat. It took about 9 hours for this python to eat this bat. It was a slow, determined process. What an amazing microcosm expressed here. What's going on planet Earth right now, the bat being the sign of rebirth, of renewal, of updating identity and self, the snake representing transmutation, taking something from one state into another state. How amazing is that? Wow, hey. Yeah, I definitely have a snake skin. I'm going to be posting a bit more about that later, but wow, how amazing was that? My goodness. Nature knows everything, right? It shows us everything. Yeah, my God, I'm seeing so many snakes right now, and snakes, literally finding snakes in the middle of digesting things that they are going to be transmuting. Fascinating stuff. I love the way that we're all experiencing in our own little microcosms the great change on planet Earth right now. It's absolutely fascinating. So I'm wondering how you are navigating. I'm hoping that you are using the tools that you have gathered over the last years to help shepherd you through these transient times with as much grace as you can manage. You've probably noticed that you're experiencing two different kind of vibes right now. One is high vibes, 5D vibes. You're probably getting amazing activations, beautiful clear downloads, moments of bliss, moments of ecstasy, exquisite illuminations about yourself, about who you are, about what you can do, about how you contribute to the world, beautiful revelations about the new earth, what it looks like, how it's going to feel. So you're probably experiencing a bunch of these feelings, as well as the polarity of that, which is moving through the old dead wood, the dead skin that still needs to be shed, essentially clearing the old fears and the old paradigm patterns and behaviors and thought forms. So you're probably finding, like me, and I think everyone else I know, you're fluctuating between these like really beautiful feelings of just feeling so connected, so delicious and so yummy, and then that kind of other, as I said, polarized feeling of still kind of trudging through your shadows and your dark patterns. And so my invitation for you, as we've talked about the last couple of weeks, is really about choice and about reshaping your own identity, about making conscious choices now to reshape your own identity, to reshape the you that is you and the you that shares with the world, the way that you share, the times that you share, the filter that you share through, the words that you use, the intentions that you use, as well as what you put into your field and what you put into your mind, that which you accept coming from outside of you, that which you pick up and carry around with you, be it energetically, emotionally, physically. So very, 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 very interesting times. We are riding a wave right now. It's going to keep going for the rest of the year. So patience, grace, kindness with yourself is really important. And just knowing that, you know, if you do kind of go back into some of the old patterns, it's cool. It just means they're coming up to be cleared. You know, we have stirred the big cauldron of consciousness on the planet. And as we stir it, the shit from the bottom is coming up. And as it comes up, we can have a little look at it from the top of the pot, because we're able to get out of the pot because we are souls having a human experience. And so we're able to look with some perspective and from the spiritual sense. And, you know, really when we're talking about spirituality, BT dubs, just a little quick idea for you to perhaps contemplate, if you're not already aware that, you know, spirituality really has very little to do with meditation and yoga and crystals. Being a spiritual person does not mean mastering asanas or being a master meditator. being a spiritual person, cultivating spirituality, really just means the ability to understand yourself outside of your identity, outside of your moral code, to come up into your heart, which is where your soul resides, and to look at yourself from that position, to know that you are not your thoughts. You are the one who is witnessing your thoughts. You are not your behaviors. You are the one witnessing the behaviors. And now on the planet, what we're having is even more of an association, thank goodness, with this, where we're realizing that even as we witness ourselves in the human condition, we are the one witnessing our experiences, but we are also the one from this place that has the capacity to make choices for us rather than having the choices be made on behalf of us, which is really what's happened up until now in the collective consciousness. So, oh my God, what a crazy, crazy time to be alive. Yeah, I'm going to invite you and give you a little suggestion. I'd really love to help as much as I can. And so in this moment, what I'm being shown to offer you, those of you who are dealing with any emotions or any past traumas, I'm going to give you I'm going to give you my 4-step process for emotional, I'm going to say, release. I'm not really into processing emotions so much anymore. I was trained in that way and trained people for many, many years to emotionally process. Now instead, really we're talking acceptance. So my 4-step program for dealing with emotions is 1, absolutely acceptance. So how does that look? That looks, fuck, I did that thing again. Whew. Okay, I'm here. I usually take a breath at this point. Okay, I've done that thing again. And instead of going, oh my God, I'm fucked. What the fuck, Eliza? What have you done? You've done that thing again. I go, I've done that thing again. Okay, so I'm here. So I breathe here and I accept this space. The charge of it then goes. The shame releases, the guilt releases, the negative charge begins to release instantly when I come to acceptance. Now the second step, empowerment. So what does that look like? Okay, I'm here again. Feeling rejected. What do I need to feel better? I'm just going to go out and walk my dog. I know that's not going to help me understand why I feel rejected. Maybe it will. I don't need to know right now, but what I do know is that that's going to make me feel better. I'm going to go and ask my housemate for a hug. It makes me feel better. I'm going to do whatever it is that I need to do because I'm allowed to feel better. I don't need to be feeling shit or shameful or upset with myself. So first I accept that I'm in that feeling. The second, I empower myself. Now the third thing that I do is just get more information. And what I do for that is contemplate. I no longer dig around in my past trying to figure out what it is that happened in my childhood or adulthood, what trauma created this feeling in me. I find that old way now. I think that's old paradigm. I think that's laborious, and I think that continues to re-traumatize ourselves often. So what I do instead, and this is just my, I want to say personal, but also my professional advice to you after 17 years of being a professional psychotherapist, spiritual mentor. The third thing is contemplate. So what does that look like? For me, I go about my daily business. I walk my dog, I make my food, I go to work. As I'm doing all of these things, I'm really just kind of saying to the world around me, look, I'd like to have some understanding about this feeling of rejection. I'd like to understand a little bit more about it so I can understand a bit more about myself. Yeah, very different thought or intention to I need to fix myself because there's something wrong with me. I must be fucked up. I better figure out what I did wrong and what I need to fix because I'm clearly broken because of this behavior still happening. Instead, I just go, I'm curious. So instead of judgment of the self, I'm curious. I'm curious to know more about this. Now, once I've gathered that information, and there's no timeline on that, there's no pressure, I've got to fix my shit in this time, I'm just like, I'm just going to gather the information. And someone will say something that's like, or, nature will show me something. Oh my God. I'll hear something, I'll watch a video, I'll read something, and all these things begin to add up. Because the absolute fact is, your higher self and your guides are putting information in front of you in every expression and every encounter that you have with another vibrationary being. That is information to help you on your evolutionary path. So that means if I kind of just go, I'm I'd really love some a little bit more understanding about that feeling of rejection that I had. Okay, and then I go about my business. Everything that comes in front of me has a little bit of information for that. That's just how the guides work. That is their job. That's what they're doing up there for us. So I contemplate. When I feel like I've got a clear understanding, then I put into place the fourth step, which is action. Now, I want to really highlight something here. I don't go from the feeling state where I'm feeling rejection or I'm feeling grief or whatever and try and figure out an action to fix myself straight away. Because what am I doing? I'm trying to figure out a solution to a problem. 1, I'm making myself wrong. 2, I'm making myself something that's broken that now needs fixing. 3, I'm trying to figure something out in my mind when I am in a state of disharmony. When my mental capacity is reduced because my solar plexus chakra is reduced, the energy center that governs my mental capacity, my confidence, my sense of self, as well as my ability to action something. Really difficult to do that when my solar plexus chakra is drained and I feel really shit about myself. So again, first accept. 2, empower. 3, contemplate. 4, take action. Now, the action might be anything, dancing, talk it over with a friend. There's so many different things that I can be doing. Okay, great. So if you want any more information about that, feel free to contact me. I'm going to get my shiz together and make a proper video for you about that 4-step process, because I found it extremely successful and have taught it to many students. Cool bananas. Okay, so yeah, wow. Transformation. So again, my encouragement is just to be cool, be calm with yourself. Know that whatever comes up, it's just old you and it wants to be cleared and it wants to just have a little bit more understanding about it. The reason why patterns continue to repeat is because we haven't quite understood all of the information. That's all. Everything is just information. Evolution of consciousness just means upgrading information, getting light from above, integrating light, downloading light. That just means getting more information. Okay, so cool bananas. Okay, so I'm going to pop on my crayon and we're going to see what the spirits have to say. So I've already set my intentions and set up a perimeter for this, and asked that these videos be sent out to those who are receptive and really ready to receive, and so they can be of the highest benefit, and that they're just protected as they are sent out there, so they're contained in their pure form. And so now in this moment, I'm just going to clear out my solar plexus a little. The most glamorous method of burping. Okay. We are very grateful that all of you are speaking with us today and that you are listening and that you are watching, and we are even more grateful and appreciative, and well, frankly, we are quite delighted at the transformations that are taking place. We are noticing many of you in your homes and your private spaces are moving into a much broader capacity to listen to thyself. And when we say listen to thyself, we also mean listen to us, and we don't mean listen to us exclusive of your own self. We certainly do not want or encourage you to replace one dictator with another. What we are encouraging you to do is to listen deeply to your inner guidance, for the inner guidance is what we use to whisper to you, to speak to you, to pass on helpful and beneficial information to you, to pass on clues and signs, and really what we find to actually be very clear indications of the easiest pathway for you to take now in order for what it is for you to get where it is that you want to go. And we know that sometimes these signs are misinterpreted and misunderstood, and so we are very happy that so many of you are taking time to go within, to bring your awareness and your attention, your energy and your focus within to the quiet spaces inside of you, so that you can understand and contemplate the way that you receive information from us. and what a wonderful thing that you are receiving and understanding and accepting and knowing that you are always receiving information and guidance and wisdom and love and support and beauty and gratitude from us. And we want you to know that we are also working. We use the word working because we know you will understand, and we want you to know that we are working very diligently to ensure that this global transformation does indeed take shape, and that you on the ground can feel and hear and see the difference and the positive impact that this difference is having to the entire world. And we are working diligently and continuously to ensure that this happens, and we want you to hold faith and hold strong to hope that the new world is birthing, and do what you can in your own world, in your own internal understanding of thyself, to contribute to your own rebirth, so that all rebirthed creatures align in the paradise that is this planet. And we want you to know that as far as timelines go, we cannot give you an exact time or even year that this transformation will settle, let's say. But we want you to know it is happening right now. And it is happening every day, every moment, every minute. And yes, it is happening in small world, in the microcosm and the macrocosm. It is happening above and below, inside and out. And so we encourage you to take responsibility for what you can, which is your own sovereignty, your own capacity to lead and guide yourself, using your intuition, using your body, using your emotions as guidance mechanisms. You have all of the capacities already that you need. You already have the understanding inside of you that you need. You already have access to the living library of the planet. You are like elephants, let's say. Let's speak of elephants for a moment. Elephants have an understanding that within their DNA there is knowledge about how to navigate the plains of the planet. You too have knowledge stored within your DNA about how to navigate this earth, even navigating it in its current condition. Because the living library of the entire history of planet Earth is accessible through your DNA, through your blood. That means it's inside of you, moving through you constantly like a river. And the way that you can access this and unlock this and hear this and come to know and understand that you have the portal inside of you is to continue with this practice of deep listening and stillness, and bringing all of your attention and energy from outside of yourself into your very local environment, your very immediate encounters and interactions. That means with yourself and with those that you are seeing in your immediate field, in the close-knit environment that you have, those that are coming into contact with you. Learn with them, learn from them, offer understandings and wisdom that you too have been learning, because all is shared and all is known and all is available to all. No one needs to prove their worth to have access to the information that is stored within your DNA. Nothing, in fact, needs to be proven in order for you to have access to this. The only thing that is required is deep listening presence, stillness, bringing your attention within. Shumua pomakanala piti nituanala oamua koma pomiti la pomakomakalata ti shiniro nakalati oamua shumuakana Buania palakachni kalakohana pomatata. Ramanakanati. Renirano amakanala tatata. Rashnitilo. Puanimuala tata. Asitina. Papakanala. Lana. Raninini chupana. Oh my God. They're using my hands more, and I'm noticing my hands are moving around. They used to sit pretty still. The more I surrender and allow myself, and am willing to let them move through me and speak through me, the more they are like, I want to say, exercising a little more control here and there. And now it's come out of my voice to my mouth and my words into my hands. So there you go. I don't even know what that looks like. I'm probably not going to watch back, but I love you so much. And please feel free to contact me if you need any support or help, or you want to clarify anything that's been shared there. I'm just so impressed, so amazed, so in awe of your magnificence. I think you to be a most remarkable human, and I find you so inspiring, and I'm so grateful that you chose to be here at this time on earth right now, sharing this journey with me. It's amazing, and thank you. Talk to you soon.